Today's lesson is adding and subtracting multiples of 10. Any number that ends in 0 is called a multiple of 10. So what about 11 thousandths? Look, it ends with a 0, so all these numbers are multiples of 10. And in adding or subtracting multiples of 10, all we need to do is counting on or back. Let's say we have 40 plus 20. Now we have to count on in tens. Don't forget, we have to count on in tens. So 40 plus 20, we count on in tens 2 times. That equals, it goes like this. 40 plus 20 equals 50, then 60, then the answer is 60. So we counted on in tens. How do we count on in tens from 290? So we have to add 10 here, and 110 more than 90 equals 100. So 100 plus 200 equals 300. Here 300, 310, 320, 330, and so on. So how do we count back from 200? Can you count back from 200? You have to subtract 10 here. So the 100 that is before 200 is 100. And take away 10 from 100, that equals 90. So 200, 190, 180, 170, 160, and so on and on until we reach 0. Alright, so let's take an example now. 151 plus 40. That equals what? When we add, we always start from the units. So add the units first, then you add the tens, then you add the hundreds, if there are any. So 1 plus 0 equals 1. 5 plus 4 equals 9. 1 plus nothing equals 1. So the answer is 191. But we can also do the same addition here by only adding 4 to the tens. 151 plus 40, that could be done by adding 4 to the tens. So it equals 100. 5 plus 4 equals 9, and 1. Look here. In any 3-digit number, we always have the hundreds digit, the tens digit, and the ones digit. So when we add multiples of 10, we always change the tens digit. The units digit stays the same, we don't change it. But the hundreds digit changes whenever we have 2 tens that total more than 10, a 10 or bigger than 10, or larger than 10. So 681 here plus 20, we have 1 plus 0 equals 1, 8 plus 2 equals 10. You put 0 here, and look, 0 here, and 1 above the 100. Why? Because 80 plus 20 equals 100. So here we have 100 more than 600 equals 700. And we can do it in the 2 ways we described before, like adding the ones, tens, and hundreds above each other, or by counting on in tens. So let's do that. Now, 681 plus 20. Look how I'm doing it. 681 plus 20. Place them right above each other. The ones and the tens right above each other. So here 1 plus 0 equals 1. 2 plus 8 or 8 plus 2 equals 10. Put the units down and the tens above the hundreds. So 10, 0 down, 1 above. Now 1 plus 6 equals 7. Or we can do it when we count in tens 2 times. So 681 plus 20 equals 600. Now count on in tens with me. This is not a plus here. Plus like this. All right. After 681 in 110, we have 691. Now after 90, we have 101. So 101, 91 plus 10 equals 101. Plus 600 equals 701. So we can use the counting on method or use this traditional method of placing the numbers above each other, and then we group the tens above the next number. So let's take more examples now. 20 plus 50. Now count on in tens from the bigger number. So put 50 in your head plus 20. Now count on in tens. 50, 60, 70. So the answer is 70. 30 plus 10. 30 in your head plus 10 equals 40. 20 plus 10 equals 30. Or you can add the ones first, then the tens. Ones, 0, 2 plus 4 equals 6. 0, 1 plus 1 equals 2. And they are the cards here. All of them are ticked and crossed off. What about if we have, let's take this example first, and then we're going to the last example. So 34 plus 10 equals, it's adding 1 to the tens here. So add 1 to 3, that equals 44. So we can use this method. 0 plus 1 equals 0. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Look, 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Let's take a harder one. Is there any harder one? Actually, all of them are easy, but here we have, let's say, the last one we're taking here is 10 plus of 46, that equals 56. Count on from 94 plus 10. 94 plus 10, look, 0 plus 4 equals 4. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Or you can count on 110 from 94. After 90, we have 100. So 100, and we have 4 in the units, so we write 4. Now, here in this, in the lessons questions, we have to write a calculation that these number lines show. Here we have like 100 plus how many jumps here? Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 60 equals 190. So you can write any calculation you notice with the arrows. Look here, in B we have 180, and they are counting back. When they go to the left, they count back. They become smaller. So now 180, look, it starts here. Then the arrows shows 3 jumps back. So minus how many jumps? 3. So they are counting in tens. It's minus 30. And that equals 100. Look, count back now. 170, 160, 150. That equals 150. Look here, we have 150 because the arrow starts from 150. Now we're jumping to the right. We're becoming bigger, so that's addition. 150 plus 2 jumps, 2 tens, 220, and you can count on in tens. Look, 150, 160, 170. So the answer is 170. What about if we have a number like this, 500 82, and here we have the change is 60 less. 60 less means we are subtracting 60 from this number. So look, 2 minus 0 equals 2. 8 minus 6 equals 2. 5 minus nothing equals 5. So subtract the ones from each other, the tens and the hundreds. And if you couldn't make the subtraction, you can count back. Here we have 30 more, so we are adding, because whenever you see the more word, that means we are adding. So 9 plus 0 equals 9, 2 plus 3 equals 5, and 6 plus nothing equals 6. So look, here we have less. Less means what? Means minus. So 1 minus 0 equals 1, 6 minus 5 equals 1, 3 minus nothing equals 3. So you have to write the answer here. For the last example, 125 minus 90, look here, no, it's not minus, it's more, because we have more word, it means plus. So 125 plus 90, that equals, now 0 plus 5, look at this carefully. We add the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. 0 plus 5 equals 5. 9 plus 2, that equals 11. 1 here, the ones here, and the tens above the hundreds. 1 plus 1 equals 2. For the other page here, we have this question. Complete these calculations. 285 plus what equals 345? Now, you can count on in tens to find this number. So let's count on. 285, 295, 305. So it's like this. 295, the next number. Now 305, it's like we add 1 or 110 here to the 90. Add 10 to 90, that equals 100. So 100 plus 200 equals 300, and we have 5. So 305, and then 315, 325, 335, and here we have 345. So how many tens did we add? Look, here is 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens. So it's 6t. Another way of working out this question is by subtracting, because whenever you're making an addition and you have an empty square or an unknown number in addition, you have to subtract, change this sign, subtract the bigger number minus the smaller number. So I'm going to take this question, 285 plus 345, and I'll show you how we work it out. Again, what was the question? 285 plus what? Equals 345. Whenever we have an unknown number here in addition, okay, when we add two numbers, one of them is missing, we have to do this. Change the sign to the other sign. If we have addition sign, you change it to minus. When you have plus, you change it to minus. And subtract the bigger number minus the smaller number. So place them now, like, let's say, now you can use it like this way. Count back from 345 in tens until you reach 285. So 345, look, here we have, how many tens are we subtracting? Here, minus 10 equals 335. Minus 10 equals 325, then 315, then 305, then 295, then 285. So now how many tens? They are 6 tens. Another way of subtraction other than counting in tens is to place them above each other. So look, 285 plus a missing number equals 345. Is it so? So let's now change the sign to minus and subtract the bigger number minus the smaller number. Place them above each other. Now 5 minus 5 equals 0. 4 minus 5, look, 4 doesn't have 8 inside. 4 is smaller than 8. We can't take away 8 from 4. So 4 says to the next number to the hundreds, please give me 1 10, because so that I become bigger. So the 3 gives the 4 1 10, and it places 1 here. And when we take 1 from 3, that leaves 2 for the 3. So here, 14 minus 8 equals 6. 2 minus 2 equals 0. So the answer is 60. Again. So we can count back or use this method. And now I'm showing you more examples. Here. Let's take this question because we have a missing number in addition. 456 plus what equals 496? 456 plus what equals 496? And this is so obvious. Why? Look, the tens has changed. So how many tens do you see the difference between 9 and 5? How many tens did we add to 5 to 50 to become 90? Because if you count on in tens here, you're gonna get how many tens? Look, 466, 476, 486, 496. So how many times did we add a 10? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 40. The answer is 40. Okay, so this lesson is asking us to count on to find the answer or count back whenever it's needed. So we can do it the other way, which is subtraction using here, like the written method. Here we have 456 plus what equals 496. And look, let's make the sign minus and subtract the bigger number minus the smaller number. So 496 minus 456, that equals 6 minus 6 equals 0. 9 minus 5 equals 4. And 4 minus 4 equals 0. So we don't count any zeros to the left. So the answer is 40. And the question for you now, guys, is this. Here, 392 plus what equals 420? This is your question. So whenever you have a missing number in addition, you have to, before the equal sign, you have to use the subtraction method. You subtract the bigger number minus the smaller number, or you count on from the smaller number and in tens until you reach the bigger number. So 392 plus what equals 420? Pause the video and send me the answer after you work it out. Now here we have another question. What minus 30 equals 639? So you have to, now here we have two missing two missing numbers in subtraction. One is after the minus sign and one is before the minus sign. So you take this rule now. What minus 30 equals 600? What minus 30 equals 639? Whenever you have a missing number, an unknown number minus a number, you have to change the sign again, make it plus and add those numbers together. So the answer is going to be 639 plus 30. Now add 3 to the 30 here, add 3 to the tens in this number, or 30 to 39, that equals 69. So 669, the answer is 669. So whenever you have a square or a missing number minus a number, you change the sign as in addition and you add those two numbers together. Okay? So add 639 plus 30. Now 9 plus 0 equals 9. 3 plus 3 equals 6. And 6 plus nothing equals 6. Or we have 30 here, so add 3 to the 30 in 39. All right, so what about we have a number first, then we have the minus unknown number. Look, like in 128 minus a number equals 108. 128 minus what equals 108? That's so simple. Why? Because you know that here the tens has changed. How many tens was taken away? We took away 2 because 2 minus 2 equals 0. So it's 2 tens. And in this case, we don't change the sign because whenever we have a number minus an unknown number, we don't change the sign. So we can do it like this: 128 minus 108. So that equals 8 plus 8 equals 16. Again, it's minus. 8 minus 8 equals 0. 2 minus 0 equals 2. 1 minus 1 equals 0, and this is not counted. So the answer is 20. And the last questions for you guys are these. 137 minus what equals 107? So you work this out and send the answer to me. Thank you so much.